good morning everybody, and welcome back to Living in a Dolce Vita, the front room refurb part 5, I believe. So today's plan is to, I think I said yesterday, to put a beam across the floor under the main beams to help support the weight and to etc. I'll give more detail about that later on. Anyway, thank you to all my subscribers. I haven't thanked you for a while, and you know, if you have seen my films, please subscribe and click the bell icon, as they say, to get notifications, etc, etc. Right, so I'm not going to say any more now. I'll see you after I've got everything prepared, hopefully, and we'll make a crack on with getting this beam fitted. Bye for now.
Hello everyone and welcome back. So I don't know if you can see from this camera, but the beam here. So I've cut it to length. I had two cuts. I thought I cut it to right length, and then of course I had to trim it down again because the bricks are uneven. So a bit of a fiddle. There we are. A bit of swearing, of course. Could have a bit of swearing. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to lower the beam slightly so I can get glue underneath there. It probably does need it, but I got the glue and I thought it would be an extra strength and etc. So I've got a sash clamp here, very handy sash clamps. So that's holding the beam up. Bit of a fiddle when, you know, on your own, because obviously the beam isn't particularly light, and this sash clamp isn't light, and to try and hold it up and adjust the sash clamp at the same time was quite tricky, but there we are, we got there in the end. So the beam is more or less middle for diddle of the room and the chimney breast, etc. So right, without further ado, I'm going to get some glue underneath and then proceed to screw down. Whew, I'm bushed already. Right, what am I doing? Glue. Right, I need to ease this down a bit so I get some bit of a gap in between. Oh. Let's see if I can get this. Right. Right, this ain't working with this nozzle, it's too, I need a big. There we are, I should do it. Right, let's move the screws. How deep will I go? Right, it needs to go that side really. Okay. So let's start it. That going in straight. Looks like that's pretty good. Strange. I didn't pull that up. Right, I went. From there. Let's see if that will work. Right. Whew. Problem I got, I don't know if you can see from there, these blocks which are supporting the insulation are right in the place where I want to put the screw. So, okay, so I'm just going to repeat that all the way along, putting the screws from underneath now, in this case, and then I'll get back to you. Bye for now. Hello everyone and welcome back. So, screwed the beam to each beam all the way to the end, and that's not going to go anywhere, thank goodness. Now some of you may be thinking, well hang on, how's that going to stop the floor flexing? Because it's not attached, it's only the beams are attached to that beam, is only attached to these beams. But of course, that's the first stage. The next stage is to put joist hangers on the ends of the beams and that will tie the ends to the walls. So hopefully what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of wood and jack up the ends slightly, put them under some pressure. Myself some of these screws, and these are called light duty concrete screws. I've just noticed there may be something on the lens on the camera. Bear with me, let's see if it's going to wipe off. That's a bit better. Right. So I need to drill a 5mm hole and into the concrete, well, into the bricks. Now then, here's my joist hanger. So these smaller ones will go into the wood on this beam, and these big, I've drilled these holes a bit bigger to accommodate these in the brickwork, hopefully. Let me just check that they line up, hopefully. Oh. More or less. Yeah, should do. That should work. Yeah, that should work. So that's what I'm going to do on that part. So some of these screws and these are called light duty concrete screws. I've just noticed there may be something on the lens on the camera. Bear with me, let's see if it's a little wipe off. That's a bit better. Yeah.
Right.
So I need to drill a 5mm hole and into the concrete, well, into the bricks. Now then, here's my joist hanger. So these smaller ones will go into the wood on this beam, and these big, I've drilled these holes a bit bigger to accommodate these in the brickwork. Hopefully, let me just check that they line up. Hopefully, oh. More or less. Yeah, should do. That should work. Yeah, that should work. So that's what I'm going to do on that one. So first was to get in there, always difficult because right, bear with me. And we have to take them out after again, just to right. I think that's it. Hopefully. Right. Just whack some more in now. I don't think this is the right. I always right. Good enough. Not that away. Whether that's done anything, I don't know, but it's I'm going to try one of these things. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. I'll do one hammer drill. Let's try it. Now then, where's the screws? It's going a bit more. Let's try that. So we want I think that's the one. I must admit, impact driver is the best invention ever. Oh. No. Right. It's the right size drill, I think. It says 5mm. Right. But I think that was going into the mortar, so I got a funny feeling, you know, the mortar was too soft. Is this the brick? Let's try that one. No. Well. That was a waste of time. Waste of time, right? One more go. The problem is these holes are lining up with the mortar. And it's got to be into the brick, I think, really. See if one more go. The only thing I can think, drills are definitely the right size, but it doesn't want to know. Yeah, well, obviously it needs a smaller drill, I think. But there we are. To be honest, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. There's enough screws on that. It's not as if it's holding the weight of a building or a roof or anything. It's just. So all I'm going to do now is put some screws in this, in that way, just to like this to that. Same the other end. Ooh, and there'll be another job crossed off the list, I think. Right. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. Not quite sure where we left off, but basically the beam is in now, obviously, and I think I did say in the video, I've only screwed the beam to the other beams basically, but it's rock solid now. Obviously, now these masonry screws didn't seem to work on this end. I think the main reason was because they were going into the mortar. Because when you can't see it, but on this end they are drilled into the brick, the actual brick, and they seem to work on there. So there we are. So if you buy any of those screws, remember to put them in the brick rather than the mortar. But there's loads of other screws holding them up, etc. It's not so much to support weight, it's just basically to stiffen the whole floor up, to stop these beams going across here, flexing so much. And it seems to have worked quite a bit, but time will tell. But obviously once the floor is down as well, that'll help stiffen up the whole floor. Right. I've also cleared out underneath now. I've took all the rock wool that was down there, the old insulation. This is all bagged up now, 10 bags worth of it. I took all the old carpet that was up in here up to the dump, so that's gone. That's another one less job to do. So tomorrow will be probably start filling in with the insulation here, but there's a few little fiddly jobs first I have to do, like put some damp course down, etc. And I think that's about it. So that's the end of part 5 of the front room refurb, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.